Welcome back. Talking with Carola Stepper of Cascade Acupuncture Center. And acupuncture is considered a Oriental medicine, but there's also things like pulse diagnosis, tongue diagnosis. Tell me about those. What is that?
So Oriental medicine encompasses acupuncture and Chinese herbs.
Okay.
And part of the diagnosis is looking at people's tongues, which we won't do, no worries.
Okay.
And feeling people's pulses. And that's very different than as a nurse, because I'm a retired nurse of 21 years. I was only counting beats and seeing if it was fast or slow. As an acupuncturist, I feel the pulse in 3 different positions, and it gives me different information on the different Chinese medical organ systems. And we also take us on the right and on the left wrist.
Oh, okay. Well, since we can't do both wrists in the amount of time that we have, would you do?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The question is, will you let me do this on TV?
Well.
So relax your wrist.
Okay.
So I have the 3 fingers here. The first thing I'm feeling is your stress level is at least moderate plus.
Okay.
Your stress is affecting your digestion. And you actually are currently in pain, probably neck and your upper back is tight. And I can tell you more, but I will be nice to you because we're on TV.
Oh, so there's more. And you were
Yes.
able to tell that just
Yes.
by doing this?
Yes.
How?
I went to graduate school and paid a lot of money to learn it.
Well, I guess that's a fair enough answer. That's amazing. And she absolutely knew nothing about me, just note. So that's amazing. I'm really impressed with that. Well, when you diagnose somebody, what are some of the techniques that you, besides what you just showed me there, that you would diagnose somebody's conditions?
Obviously, interview, we have a pretty thorough intake form. It takes people a half hour to fill it out. I will do palpation, feeling, like what I just felt. I would ask permission to touch your neck and feel where the sore spots are. Range of motion exercises, and all of those things will inform my diagnosis. And the diagnosis is Chinese medical, which is different than Western medical.
Okay. Can you explain real quick the real difference?
The difference in Western medical diagnosis always means this is what's wrong or that's ill. Chinese medical diagnosis always means this is your personal imbalance. Everybody has at least one.
Okay. So when you said you detected I had digestive issues,
yes.
Those are things that acupuncture then you'd be able to treat me for.
Absolutely. And it's holistic. It always treats the whole body. I would treat your stress, your digestion, your pain, and anything else you'd care to share.
Oh, okay. Well,
at the same time.
At the same time.
Yes.
One-stop shop. And speaking of one-stop shop, you guys you also have like a pharmacy, and you do, I think you said something like, it comes from the earth, so it smells like the earth. It's not going to have a medication type smell.
The Chinese herbal formulas are based on up to 3,000-year-old herbal prescriptions. The way we dispense them through a very reputable pharmacy herbal company is in granules, which is stems and leaves and flowers, freeze-dried and ground. So it comes in powder form, and I don't make it sound nice to the clients because it will not taste good. So I say, it comes from the earth, it will look and taste and smell like the earth, and they mix it in water and drink it.
Okay.
And we have a custom herbal pharmacy where we have basically open bottles, and then we write a custom prescription for you for the next 2 weeks only. And then we take an empty bottle and put it on a scale and pour the different herbal remedies in there, and that is your prescription for the next 2 weeks. And then we will evaluate how much you have how much progress you have made. We will take your pulse again, and then you'll get another prescription for the next 2 weeks. And
okay.
It's basically like a compound Chinese herbal pharmacy.
Okay, okay. So people have to come back to you exclusively. Like if they're, say, going on vacation for 3 weeks or something, they can't get it refilled anywhere?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, they need to plan in advance. Or it could be me or one of my teammates, because there's 3 acupuncturists that work together.
Okay, okay. And you do a lot of speaking, public speaking. You volunteer your time to educate people. Tell me about that.
Yeah, I'm a member of the Foundation for Wellness Professionals. It's a nationwide volunteer organization for healthcare providers to educate people in their local communities about natural health care and prevention.
Okay.
And for me, it's outreach, because we did an internal study, and I believe less than 5% of the people in the Gorge are accessing acupuncture and Chinese medicine. And
less than 5%?
That was our numbers,
Really?
not scientific,
Sure.
but we tried to come up with some numbers. So I want to educate the other 95%. And once people find it and realize what it can do for them, I have so many people that say, oh my gosh, why was I not here 10 years ago? And that are just like, I will never ever stop doing acupuncture again. We had people driving an hour from East County. We have people driving in winter because it helps them.
Mm-hmm. And so it's just a lack of knowledge on their part that they didn't realize this was available and what it could do?
I would more say not enough knowledge. I believe most people have heard about acupuncture, but there's very little or misinformation out there. So that's where I feel I come in. And our purpose is to help as many people as possible. So it's part of my purpose to be out there and talk about what I love to do.
That's great.
So.
And you don't, I mean, obviously there's a bunch of things at your center that you do, but you have a life outside of that, don't you? And what are some of the things that are, you work hard, play hard, and that's the way it should be.
Yes.
What are some of those things that you involve yourself with?
I dance. I've done dancing since I moved to Oregon in '95, so I've done freestyle, contact improvisation. I just picked up Argentine tango last year, but the main thing I do in the Gorge is salsa, and so I'm pretty involved with it used to be called Secret Salsa Society, and I thought that was too scary, so I renamed it the Not So Secret Salsa Society.
I like that, yeah.
And we meet every Wednesday night at the White Salmon Grange from 7:30 to 9:30. There's 25 to 30 people having a blast every Wednesday night. It's $3 by donation, and we will teach people, as well as I have the email list where I tell people where they can get classes.
Really? And so do you kind of spearhead that then?
It's a few people do it together. I want to create dance community, so I have the email list, but I'm not the one showing up with the music or teaching. So we all do our part.
Okay.
And then the other things I do, I windsurf, I mountain bike, I ski, I snowboard. Just a regular old Gorge girl.
Gorge girl, yeah. So, well, Carola, thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you coming in and being very forthcoming about something that sounds like 5% or less people don't really have a lot of information on here in the Gorge, so you're helping change that.
I hope so.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. It's been my pleasure.
You're so welcome.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. It's been another enjoyable show, and we look forward to seeing you next time. So, take care. Jon Compton here saying thanks again for watching. And remember, if you've got a guest idea, let us know. Just visit localite.com.